is up, everyone? How are you guys doing? Time to switch over to this camera. What is going on, everybody? Hold on, we got to put the comments on here because I sometimes forget to set it up. Where are we? Where is it? I think it's this one. There we go. And Hashim, of course, starting us off with Let's Go, champ. What's going on, Hashim? How you doing, brother? Love to have you here every single time. Love it. Adrian Dones. First of all, before I hit Adrian Dones with the $10 super chat, we gotta hit you guys with the Let's Get Ready to Rumble. I know this is ceremonial now.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Woo! Okay, Adrian Dones with the $10 super chat. You know what that means. You get this nice knockout right here. You get this nice little knockout right here. Hey! Nah, you gotta see that again. Adrian Dones with the $10 super chat. What's up, Fanatico? You ready for your vacation? Absolutely. I'm absolutely ready for my vacation. Been working pretty hard, and I think this is just due vacation time. It's gonna be very, very, very special. So thank you. Yes, 100%. I'm looking forward to my vacation. YouTube Boxing 6007 in the house. YouTube Boxing 6007 in the house. Hold on, let me drink a little bit of my salsa water. Hold up. Oh, did that just come in? Oh, Jay Shep dropping another 10. Oh my goodness gracious. Hit the like, just like YouTube Boxing 6007 said. Hit the like, and of course, Jay Shep with the strong arm emojis. We gotta give it up. Thank you so much, brother. Hold on. Hey, one more time. Damn, that referee had to get him out of there, man, because it looked like he wanted more. He wanted to do some more damage. Thank you so much, Jay Shep. Thank you for coming into the stream. We having a blast. Michael Buffer, the GOAT. Yes, he is 100% the GOAT when it comes to announcing fights. I've yet to hear a better tagline than "Let's Get Ready to Rumble." I think that's literally the best tagline ever. It sounds like had someone made that right now, it would sound cringy, but because it's been in boxing for so long, it sounds perfect, right? It sounds perfect. All right. Oh, and also Hugh Jakes. I forgot Hugh Jakes, the member. Every time, since he's the only member, he gets one of these, man. Because he's the only member. I got to do this every time I see Hugh Jakes come in. I know he's not a new member, but he's the member. You know what I'm saying? So I got to give him one of those. Let me do it one more time for him. That's serious running. Thank you so much, Hugh Jakes. And Hugh Jakes with the $5 super chat. This is nonstop. It's about to pop up somewhere over here, I'm sure. But before it does that, let me see if I can beat it to the punch. $5 super chat. You get the Jake Paul. Oh! I bet y'all didn't expect that. I bet y'all.
From time to time.
Mamma mia. Oh my goodness. Hugh Jakes, super chat party. Let's go. There he goes. Right. There it is. All right, so y'all got, there's internal stuff going on. There's external stuff going on. We having a blast. Liking the content, my guy. Geddins Gaming Corner. Liking the content. Thank you so much, brother. At Gus Spring, yeah, man. I'm disappointed too. Gus Spring. Wait, are you serious? Is Canelo really dodging David? Hey, look, man. This is the craziness about this, man. This is the craziness about this. Now let's talk about who Badou Jack is. Let's talk about who Badou Jack is. Woodley got slumped out of nowhere. I rewatched that whole fight last night. I actually had it 3-2 to Woodley before the KO. Yeah, it just got blasted. It was crazy. That right hand, that Jake Paul right hand, deadly. Real deadly. YouTube Boxing, what's up? Yo, my man Jay Shep, back to where I get all my boxing news. Thank you, Sir Kaiken. I appreciate that. All right. Badou Jack, too old and worn down. Okay, so let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about it. Badou Jack. Okay, I see the angle. I'm not going to say I don't see the angle. I see the angle. Does this thing even come within a 150-mile radius of what we would get from a Benavidez versus Canelo? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Hold on. I gotta say this. I gotta say this with a little bit more fervor. Hold on 1 second. I don't even know why this thing turns off, man. I had this set up, but I don't. Let's see if it works. You guys gonna let me know if this works. All right. Hello. Why do I hear myself? Okay, no, I don't hear myself. Okay, I gotta say this. Does it come close? Let's see if this works. Does it come close? Absolutely not. Did that echo? Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that echo? Yeah, absolutely not. It does not come close at all. Oh, Jay Shep with another $5 super chat. Hold on. Plot twist, Jack, Flash, knockouts, Canelo, LOL. Wow. You imagine? Sir Kaiken said, no, nothing. Y'all didn't hear nothing? All right, hold on. Why is this not working? Let's see here. We're going to test this real quick. Hello. Okay, we are going to test this. Let's change on. Okay, let me see if you guys could hear me now. Do I sound crazy? Or did it sound normal? I want to know. Because I want to know if this works. I want to know if this works. Normal, okay. Damn, I don't know how. Oh man, we getting a crazy amount of super chats. We got Love C Shorty in the house. $2 super chat. Talk about love the consistency, bro. Thank you so much, brother. Thank you so much. Hold on. I'm so sorry. I have to see if this works. Let me pull up my stream deck real quick. Find out why this isn't working, unless it's me. And you know what? I could hear my own voice. Let me see if I'm just gonna do a testing 1, 2, 3 real quick. Love see Shorty, by the way, come up right here as well. Hold on 1 second here. Testing. I know y'all heard that. Y'all had to have heard that. Y'all had to have heard it. I heard it because I put it for me to hear it. So y'all must have been able to hear that too. Did it sound like there was two? That did it. Oh, okay. Damn, what the heck? So it's gonna have to. Man, that's wild. That's wild. There you go. All right, cool. All right, what was it that I said? It doesn't even come close. Yeah, it doesn't even come close. It doesn't even come close. He needs to understand that if the angle that he's setting this up for, it will fall flat. My man said my ears. It will fall flat on his face. It will fall flat on his face. And here's the thing. Because I know the angle that he's going for, right? I get it. But here's the problem. Badou Jack basically fought like has almost darn near circus fights. Very close. I'm talking about these are like people that weren't ranked. He was having very close. After his fight with Jean Pascal, he started having very, like, almost, it's hard to say, almost like, almost like it was teetering on like celebrity exhibition fighting. It was teetering on that level. But he went up to cruiserweight and he ended up beating Makabu and he took his WBC strap. So I see the angle. Canelo wants to go and dominate another division. He feels that he already went up and dominated like heavyweight when he beat Kovalev, although when he retried it, he lost to a less powerful puncher in Dimitri Bivol, but he just ended up losing to him because he got outboxed. And now he's probably thinking, all right, I did light heavyweight, let me go cruiserweight, and then probably next he's gonna end up doing heavyweight, right? He's gonna be a heavyweight fighter. Like who knows what Canelo's is doing? Because if he goes up to cruiserweight, that's insane. Hugh Jakes with a $10 super chat. Hold on, guys. Let me catch up. Hold on 1 second. King Juice, what's going on, man? It's good to see you in here. So Canelo taking more time off is what we're hearing. It looking like Canelo that's probably a better route, to be honest. That's probably a better route than fighting Badou Jack, in my opinion, because at least you could just be like, listen, I'm just taking some time off. However, revenue-wise, it doesn't make sense for him to skip a September because then it takes him a long time. Like, he knows he's going to get paid in May. He knows he's going to get paid in September. So it's going to take him a while. He's not going to skip September. So he's definitely going to fight. But I'm just hoping that it isn't with Badou Jack. Like, I'm hoping with everything inside of me that it isn't him. Hold on. YouTube Boxer 6000. Badou Jack fights on the Tyson versus Jones and Mayweather versus Paul undercards were mismatches, but his last win was good, to be frank. Yeah, he beat Makabu. Who was a cruiserweight. And Makabu had the WBC title at cruiserweight. Now, there was a time when Canelo was going to fight Makabu, so this is not coming out of the blue. Canelo wanted a WBC strap, and he knew that because he's the franchise champion, he can fight for the title immediately. It's kind of like it gives you like what's the speed pass, basically. Like when you're at the amusement park and you don't want to make the line. Well, if you ever get granted franchise champion, that's better than just being a regular champion, because that allows you to go up into any division and fight immediately for the WBC title. So I'm sure Canelo will exercise that going up. Excuse me. And that will allow him to face Badou Jack, who beat Makabu. And the only reason he wants to fight Badou Jack is not because he's Badou Jack. It's because Badou Jack is the cruiserweight champion, WBC, at the cruiserweight division. And then that will give Canelo another division for him to quote-unquote conquer. Hugh Jakes with another $10 super chat. Talk about super chat party. Okay, so we gotta hit it with the with the overlay, right?
He has done it from time to time.
You can hear he's about to say Mamma Mia.
He has done it from time to time.
Woo! One more time. It's so clean.
From time to time. Just step into the
I try to time the horn right when he cracked him. Thank you so much, Hugh Jakes, for that super chat. Jay Shep is up on the scorecards, but I'm coming for him in the lead. Oh damn! What y'all battling? Y'all doing super chat battles? That's wild. Hold on, that's wild. YouTube Boxer 6007. Canelo doesn't even walk around at 190. How's he gonna make 200? Hey, look, he sounds. It sounds crazy, but this man doesn't stop moving up in weight. Like he doesn't stop. He keeps on going. He went to light heavyweight, and now he's about to go to cruiserweight. And is Bridger weight, is that still a thing? I think that's still a thing, right? WBC has a Bridger weight champion. That's still that exists still. YouTube Boxing 6007 with the $2.79 super chat. That still gets an overlay. Here we go. You don't get to see nobody get knocked out, nothing like that. But you don't get left in the dust either. You know what I'm saying? You don't get left in the dust either. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much, YouTube Boxing 6007. We love you in here, man. We love you in here. Gridley, we got some banger fights this weekend, boys. Ooh. We got Sonny Edwards versus Campos. We got Josh Taylor versus Teofimo Lopez. They've been going back and forth in the press conference. Oh, man, this is going to be beautiful. Beautiful. I cannot wait. I'm going to sit back, relax, watch my boy Sonny Edwards win, of course, and then more than likely Josh Taylor will beat Teofimo Lopez, which is my prediction for that fight. I think Josh Taylor is going to win that fight. King Juice, yeah, that's time off. Oh man, you never know what King Juice is saying because there's always an underlining, it's a dark humor behind what he's trying to tell you because you always got to be cagey with, you know what I'm saying? You got to be ready for what he might sound serious, but he's trying to joke on somebody right now. So right now he's talking about Canelo ain't, this is him taking time off because he's fighting Badou Jack. I agree. I agree with King Juice. Badou Jack for a while. Let me see. Let me pull it up here. Let me see what's going on. Until he fought Rivera, Richard Rivera. Until he fought him, he was fighting like Samuel Cross. What? Haney Atayo. Who? Durbin Colina. Huh? Blake McKernan. I don't know. And this was for years. This was dating back to 2020 and going forward until finally in 2022, he fought Richard Rivera and then he fought Makabu in February of 26 of this year and won the WBC belt. But until he did that, it looked like he was going the whole Floyd Mayweather retirement exhibition fight route because all these other fights that I just said that I guarantee you know nothing of them, of those people, that was borderline exhibition material. Borderline exhibition material. So I thought that he had, like, he's kind of pro, but it's like he's not, like he's pro, like he got his license and he might fight. But it ain't like he's going to try to rank anywhere. He's just going to put on a show because, you know, he got some name recognition. He's Badou Jack. You might tune in. It might give some credibility to somebody like, you know, an influencer if they're fighting with him. So there's all those layers there. I thought that's what he was like. He found a niche. He found something for him to the path for him to go to. And that's where I thought he was going to stay. When he moved up to cruiserweight, that's when things started to change. And then he won against Makabu. But does that warrant a Canelo super fight? It's like he will just be a tool for Canelo to say, hey, look, Canelo's going to have the argument for this fight. I'm saying it right now. I don't want to see it. You don't want to see it. The internet doesn't want to see it. Twitter doesn't want to see it, but he's going to have an argument because what he's going to say is, listen, I'm trying to be multi-divisional champion. I got a belt at light heavyweight. I'm trying to go up to cruiserweight now. Since Bivol don't want to fight me, I'm trying to fight in the light heavyweight division. He don't want to do it. I'm going to go to the next division, which was my plan all along. But there's only one huge, massive problem. One huge. Hold on. For me to say huge, cover your ears, guys. One huge, massive, gargantuan problem. Massive. Sorry, I wanted to do it one more time. Yeah, there's just this one massive problem, and that problem is Benavidez. That's the problem. Benavidez is the huge, massive, gargantuan problem. You're moving away from a Benavidez fight when you have barely any, like when you almost have to construct options to not fight Benavidez. Now, let me take a look at the comments real quick, and we're gonna go to Twitter because I have Twitter pulled up, and there's a specific tweet that just is very, very is making me very nervous when it comes to Canelo versus Benavidez. But let's take a look here. Adam Hurley, Canelo versus Badou Jack will be cool, but why not Benavidez when it's a much bigger fight? Much bigger. That's an understatement. It's massively bigger. Like I almost echoed my voice again that quick between the last echo, just because that's bigger. I'm joking, but how do we get Badou Jack? Because he doesn't want to fight at 168. Because that's a bad look. No big fights at light heavy. Pretty obvious, right? To still sell. It's pretty obvious, right? To still sell a fight. I mean, how do we get Badou? I know what he's trying to do. He's just simply. Oh, reverb, my man Hugh Jakes. He's correcting me. Hold on, it's not echo, it's reverb. My bad. It says echo on the application when I click on it, right? Like I don't know, Hugh Jakes. I don't know. That's what it says. All right, so yeah, the justification that he's gonna use, King, is he wants to be multi-divisional. He wants to go into another division and win the title. He could say that he's already become undisputed, so he's good on that. He's gonna move up to cruiserweight. Maybe, possibly, I don't know, try to become undisputed. That's going to seem difficult. I feel like he's so little for that division, but no big fights that he can win at 175 at least. I mean, yeah, who's he going to fight? Better BF? He's not even thinking about that, which is crazy. But I think the reason why he wants to fight Bivol is not, like, people are saying that he's scared of Better BF. I don't know so much if he is. However, if he does fight Better BF, I do believe that will be a completely difficult fight for him in terms of the amount of power. I think it's simply because he could exercise his franchise belt if he fights Bivol. What belt does Bivol have? Because if it isn't the WBC, then that's a little bit sketch. So let me see which belt he has. Hold on 1 second. Dimitri Bivol. Let me just double check. I can't recall off the top of my head, but I could definitely pull it up here. See, this is taking a while to load. Okay, he's a WBA champion. That's sketch. That's real sketch. I don't know, man. That's real sketchy to me. Man. Because that's not even for I think he really needs to he needs to fight Benavidez, man. He's out here fighting Dimitri Bivol, who doesn't even carry the WBC belt. So the fact that he's not getting unless the Super WBA belt is letting him do something like that, which I haven't heard that, so I don't know. But that, to me, that's sketch, man. That's real sketch, man. I really hope that Canelo changes his mind and does an about face on this Badou Jack fight. I really do. Canelo gonna end his career as big as George Foreman. Yo, man, if he keeps going, man. Is Canelo ducking Benavidez, and was there really a $50 million guarantee? That's what was said. I mean, we don't know if something was true or not true. We don't know, but that's what was said. That is what was said. It's also a huge, massive, gargantuan payday for both of them. Exactly. Exactly. Huge, massive, gargantuan pay. My man, Hugh J's had to, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's a developer, so he got to make sure that I know with reverb and echo the difference of the two, man, because it's not the same thing. But thank you so much, Hugh J, for letting me know that. How does this all affect LeBron's legacy? Hey, listen, it's all tied together, right? Like, you know what I mean? Because with Canelo, and then how Canelo, you know what I'm saying, he golfed. I think Kobe golfed before. People compare Kobe to LeBron James, and then like Michael Jordan like golfing, so Canelo likes, you know what I'm saying? It's all always tied. It always comes back to LeBron James somehow. It always does. Hold on. YouTube Boxing 6007. Yendez, and more importantly, is Badou Jack the Tiger Woods of this generation. What? The Tiger Woods? Nah, I'm sorry. Badou Jack is not the Tiger Woods. Did Badou Jack have a decent career when he was like going for it? Yeah. I think they robbed him too in that fight against that British fighter. Forget the name of that fighter, but it was definitely, to me, I had Badou Jack winning that fight, and somehow he lost that fight. So I don't know, man. I don't know. It's all connected. Yeah. James DeGale, Hashim 47. Yes, correct. James DeGale. That's James DeGale. In my opinion, did you guys see that fight, Badou Jack versus James DeGale? Who did you guys have winning that fight? I had Badou Jack winning that fight, actually. But they ended up giving it to James DeGale. So, Poe in the house, Fanatico. I had Jack winning too. Yeah, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. Anyways, let's go ahead and pull this up real quick. Let me make sure that this is all situated on here. Look at this. Look at this craziness, guys. Look at this craziness. Let's go ahead and switch over to picture-in-picture real quick. Michael Benson, reliable boxing source on Twitter. Canelo Alvarez versus David Benavidez is not, capital N, capital O, capital T, happening next. Benavidez promoter Samson Lukowicz has now confirmed, I'm sorry if I butchered his name, has now confirmed he said Canelo and Eddie Reynoso simply did not respond to the offer for their fight in September. So now sending a contract is one thing, but the opposing person or team has to read, look at it, send back modifications that they prefer, and or tell you that this is not a real offer, send us a more realistic offer or something. But to simply not respond means that he is not in his target sights. He does not, for some odd reason, he doesn't want to fight Benavidez. And I don't understand it. Because for so many years, the narrative was, oh, Canelo ducks slick fighters or fighters that are that fight on the back foot and all that stuff. And he doesn't do that. Like he does not duck slick fighters. He fought Erislandy Lara. He fought Floyd Mayweather Jr., the slickest of the slick. I mean, he fought Austin Trout. He fought Caleb Plant. For so many years, the narrative is he just likes come forward fighters. And that is not true. Because Benavidez is one of the most come forward fighters ever, and he's not jumping the gun to face a Benavidez. He's trying to fight a Bivol who outboxes him, who is a slick fighter. So I don't even subscribe to that narrative. I do not believe that Canelo likes to fight brawlers and not slick fighters. I think he likes to fight slick fighters. I truly think he actually likes slick fighters over brawlers. Billy Joe Saunders. He likes slick fighters over brawlers. Because Benavidez is a brawler. Artur Beterbiev is a power puncher, come forward power puncher. And he don't want none of that work. He rather a person, I think Canelo, it looks more like he rather deal with someone who has less power, and then he could kind of match with his abilities to punch hard, and he'll match at whatever weight class. That's the vibe that I'm getting. That's the vibe that I'm getting. I don't think he's scared of or doesn't want to fight slicksters. I think he doesn't want to fight power punchers, like actual power come forward and that they're good at that. I think the only one that he did was that Gennady Golovkin fight. That's the only one that was like a legitimate one, but for the most part, he normally fights slicksters. So this narrative that he doesn't fight slicksters to me is just a false narrative. The Benavidez fight, hold on one second, because I want you guys to get your love, so I want to switch it over real quick. The Benavidez fight is the biggest fight to make for Canelo. They are crazy for avoiding it. I mean, this is another question. Does Canelo even care anymore about being the face of boxing, or is he just content with whatever position he's in? Is he okay doing 300 pay-per-view buys, 250 pay-per-view buys? Is that okay for him? Does he have other back-end money that maybe this pay-per-view doesn't matter to him anymore? Right? That's a possibility. He might say, screw it, I don't care if this sells. I don't care if this is a big deal or not. I want to be multi-divisional. That's what I care about. I don't care to fight Benavidez because the people want me to fight him. I'm going to move up to cruiserweight and fight Badou Jack. If that's the case, okay. Okay, that's fine. It's your career. It's not my career. It's your career. That's fine. And if you're making money, if it's a money thing, you making money, that's fine. But all I'm saying is, you can't sit there and be like, hey, well, pump the brakes on Tank being the face of boxing because I'm still here. But you're doing Tank numbers when Tank just fights any regular old dude. You fought a Ryder, Tank fought a Rolly, and Tank got more views fighting a Rolly than you fighting a Ryder. And he just hit an untouchable for such a good amount of time, 1 million+ buys. You can't sit here and be like Canelo's the face of boxing and he goes and fights Badou Jack. He's going to have he's going to have an average of 200-something thousand pay-per-views buys. That will be his average for this year. Tank will have a higher average off the one fight alone. Well, obviously, because it's an average, right? If he only fought this one fight, well, he fought 2 fights. Even with his both fights together, he will have a higher average, like 700-something thousand than Canelo, and can make the argument that he is the face of boxing. So is Canelo's goal to just be within himself and be multi-divisional and let history say, hey, you know what, that was cool that he was multi-divisional? Or is his goal to be the face of boxing when he has the opportunity to grab it and not let it get squandered, right? Because if Benavidez loses to somebody else, not saying that, oh, it can't happen or whatever, I get that, but anything could happen in boxing. We didn't think Manny was going to lose before he fought Floyd, and then he got knocked out cold. So anything could happen. If Benavidez loses, he squanders so much of that money. It's risky to let things fester for so long. All you got to look at is Juan Manuel Lopez versus Yuriorkis Gamboa. That thing was cooking for so long, Lopez ended up losing twice by knockout. And it was over. Nobody cared about that fight. That was the fight at one point. Nobody cared about it after that. So Canelo needs to be very, very careful with his moves, and he needs to be clear. Like, he needs to be okay with what he's going to do if he's going to fight Badou Jack. He needs to understand that that's basically saying, I don't want to be the face of boxing. I have personal goals that I want to hit. Benavidez might as well just try to get another big fight. Yeah, but what's another big fight for Benavidez? Is Gennady still out there? Does he want to do a Gennady Golovkin fight or something? That might be something, right? Have a common opponent. That'd be a big fight. Benavidez got a little bit more, a few more routes, in my opinion. He might have a few more routes than Canelo Alvarez right now. I think Canelo has one good route, one really good route, and then very small, like not too big of a deal routes out there. Because for Canelo and Benavidez is different. Benavidez can go up from where he is in terms of notoriety and popularity. He can go up. Like, because Canelo can't go down. Canelo can't fight Gennady for the fourth time. Benavidez could fight Gennady for the first time. You get what I'm saying? So he has a few more. It looks like he has more routes than Canelo Alvarez. Canelo has one golden route that would take him to the pot of gold, and that's Benavidez. But it's looking like that's not where they want to go. For his team to not even look or respond or nothing, and then come out publicly saying, oh, I like that Badou Jack fight. That makes sense. It's like, bro, you're not going to fight Benavidez? Now, I don't know if it's that he's scared. Like, I don't know. But the trend that I'm seeing is that when it comes to power, come forward, elite fighters, those are the ones that he doesn't really want to get in there with. Is it a thing where he prefers to feel like he carries the more power over the person he's fighting? Is that the case? Does he feel that that's what, he needs? He needs to feel like he has more power, right? Because even though he fought power punchers when he was at his smaller weight divisions, like 154, he wasn't a real 154. He wasn't a real 154. This man would rehydrate to like 160 something the night of the fight. I remember when he fought Floyd Mayweather, he had like 14 pounds on Floyd Mayweather that night, which is also a testament to why weight doesn't matter that much when it comes to skill discrepancy, because Floyd still made that. In my opinion, that was Floyd's easiest fight I've ever seen him have. There was not an easier fight that went the distance that I've ever seen Floyd in than that one. Maybe you know what? No, I lied. The Arturo Gatti fight. But other than the Arturo Gatti fight, no, actually, see, it didn't go the distance. So in terms of fights that went the distance, that was the easiest one. That fight looked easier than the Marquez Mayweather fight. It looked easier than the Marquez Mayweather fight. So to me, he wasn't worried about powerful punchers at 154. But I feel like now that he's closer to the weight that he actually is that something that's going to, bother him? Is that something that's going to affect Canelo Alvarez moving forward? And is he strategically saying to himself, well, I want to feel like there's some level playing field with my power, so I'll fight fighters that are more slick and don't really knock people out? Canelo's scared. I don't know. I truly don't know if that is the case. If that's the case, I don't know. I just feel like there's a strategy and he's not wavering from that strategy. And it's the reverse of what people are saying. The reverse. Where does the fear come from with the guy with 61 fights, though? I think most narratives about fighters being too scared to get in the ring are probably off base. I don't think any fighter is scared to get in the ring in the sense of like, oh my God, I'm going to get punched by somebody who knows how to punch really hard. I don't think anyone has that fear in boxing. I don't think anybody has that fear. What I think their fear is the fear of humiliation. Their fear of possibly being knocked out cold in front of an audience and like, or being dropped or whatever, or rocked and wobbly and all these different things and losing. Right? Canelo felt horrible when he lost to Bivol. Like you could tell he was in all the different stages of denial and all that stuff. He felt horrible. And I think with him, he feels if somebody's going to be slick, I could overwhelm them with my aggression. Because I also have good head movement. So he'll rest on his head movement and get in close and then make sure that he's the guy that when punch comes to punch, when it's punch for punch, he's going to be hitting harder. That gives him a slight edge. And I don't think that he feels that that's the case if he fights Beterbiev. I don't think he feels that that would be the case if he fights Benavidez. So it sucks, man. It sucks. The good thing is if he doesn't fight Bivol, at least we could possibly get Bivol versus Beterbiev because that's the fight Bivol wants. Bivol has said that out loud. He wants Beterbiev. So at least we get that. At least we get that. Hold on. I didn't even have the background music on. Man, what's going on, man? Let me see what you guys are saying. Hold on. If Benavidez moved up to 175 and got a W over Bivol, that's like the ultimate flex to Canelo. LOL. Can't see Bivol losing to anyone but Beterbiev at the moment, though. Yeah. That would be an ultimate flex. But he not going. I don't think he could do that. I don't think he could go up there and beat him. I do think he has a chance of beating Canelo. I do think that. But I don't know if he could go up and beat Bivol. Because Bivol's up there. He might not have all this power, all this crazy power, but this dude has a crazy boxing brain. Yeah, Benavidez has more options. Yeah, 100%. 100% more options. Oof. Am I crazy for forgetting GGG didn't retire yet? I don't really want to see him in the ring again. Yeah, man. But guess what? That's easy pickings for Benavidez. And if Benavidez goes out there and does the unthinkable, what's the unthinkable, guys? What's the unthinkable? If he go out there and do the unthinkable, it's gonna be the screams for Canelo to fight Benavidez will be a roaring lion. What's the unthinkable that Benavidez could do? Stopping the man with the granite chin, Golovkin. If Benavidez does that, there's like literally the walls will be closing in on Canelo Alvarez. If Benavidez goes out and does that, the walls will be closing in on Canelo Alvarez. He won't have, there will be zero justification for anything. For any other thing other than fighting Benavidez. Because Gennady Golovkin supposedly has never been even rocked from what I'm hearing. The legend of Gennady Golovkin. He's never been rocked, hurt, nothing. So, and he gets hit. Like, Golovkin gets hit. He gets hit. I see him get hit all the time. It's not like he has this immaculate defense. He all right. He gets hit. Flush. So, Benavidez goes up there, and he might have that mentality, like, I want to take him out just so I can make this crazy pressure cooker just explode in terms of Canelo fighting me. And just for the audience to be like, yo, my man destroyed Gennady Golovkin. Because when you fight common opponents and you do better, people always use that as a measuring stick for the two fighters that are on a collision course. They did that with Floyd versus Manny all the time, which is why Floyd and Manny cashed in on that. Floyd would fight Marquez to say, look what I did to your Marquez that you wasn't able to hang with. And then Manny would be like, all right, I'm going to fight your Ricky Hatton. And look, I knocked him out cold. And that tit for tat happened like crazy. Manny Pacquiao fight Miguel Cotto. Floyd Mayweather fought Miguel Cotto. Floyd Mayweather fought Shane Mosley. Manny Pacquiao fought Shane Mosley. So they had a crazy tit for tat, and that just worked in their favor. Canelo Mayweather fights De La Hoya. Manny Pacquiao shows him how to get De La Hoya out of there, even though, there was weight drain issues there, whatever. But it's besides the point. It's the visual elements of showing that this is a fighter that you fought and I'm knocking him out. when you went the distance in a close fight. Benavidez might go out there and go for the knockout. And he has the ability to do that. He's good at that. So he might go out there and say, hey, look, I'm going to do what I'm good at, and then I'm going to make it almost impossible for you, for Canelo to just pretend like, hey, look, I can go multi-divisional. You know what I mean? Like, hey, Bridgerweight is up there too. Like, I could probably... How many divisions have Canelo conquered already? I think, is it 4? I mean, he's going to cap off. Is it 4 or 5? He's gonna cap off, and then heavyweight is just too dangerous because there is no weight limit. He's gonna cap off. I think the Bridgerweight is gonna help him get one more in there or squeeze one more in there, but he's gonna cap off. But you can't go higher than heavyweight, and he's getting very close to heavyweight. He was 165 when he rehydrated against Floyd, while Floyd was 146, as he said in the post-fight interview. Yeah, Floyd lost weight. Like, Floyd came in at 149 or 150. He didn't even come in at the 152 limit. He came in like at 150. And then Floyd is so little that on the night of the fight, he lost weight, which probably meant he's a beast. He probably went for like a 10-mile run or something. But he lost weight. While Canelo said, Let me go to Super Saiyan 3. I'm gonna go all the way up from 152, which Canelo was 152 on the money, and then he went all the way up to 165. And it still got outboxed, but you know, it is what it is. Let me see. Either Canelo is scared or he is very petty and don't want the young man to become the face of Mexican boxing. I mean, hey, listen. There's always a changing of the guard. Julio Cesar Chavez had to pass it on to Oscar De La Hoya. There's always a changing of the guard, and even when it comes to the Mexican fighters. And I'm wondering, and it was kind of the same kind of scenario. Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. was a native, right? Like he was born, raised in Mexico, and then Oscar De La Hoya was a Mexican American. Now, we're somewhat in the same vein here. Obviously, he's not full blood 100% Mexican, but he is Mexican to some degree, right? He's definitely Spanish or whatever too. So this could be like a history repeating itself kind of situation, but Canelo has to give him that opportunity. Canelo is 100% the A side because he is a person who has done million pay-per-views. So he is 100% the A side in this situation. But it's all in Canelo's hands. It's out of Benavidez's hands and his team. I don't ever want to hear nobody years later, if they don't fight, say Benavidez ducked Canelo. Because that's the stuff that people always do. People rewrite history all the time to just push a narrative of their favorite fighter. I don't want to hear people saying Benavidez ducked Canelo. Canelo didn't do. He didn't want to. Benavidez didn't want none of Canelo. He knew after he saw Canelo knock out Kovalev what could have happened to him. He was just posturing. Nah, bro. If they're publicly coming out and saying, "Yo, we trying to fight this man," they're not responding to us. Like, you're not gonna say that if the other team is the one sending you that information. Sending you the contract and wanting to fight you. Because you know you're going to get called out on social media. After GGG's last against Canelo, I'd be surprised if Benavidez didn't knock him out. Yes, but the visual, I get it. Like, it looks more probable now because of the way he performs. But the visual, the ability to say, the ability to see Gennady Golovkin, something that in memory was like, that dude was knocking everybody out in recent memory. And then you see, and he was a granite chin dude. And then you just see him get dropped. That's polarizing. That's incredibly polarizing. And I think that's going to be something that's going to, you know what I'm saying, is going to push a narrative. Because casual fans, they don't know much, right? Gennady Golovkin is Gennady Golovkin always. They don't really understand, is he too old? Is he over the hill? Is he what he once was? They just know Gennady Golovkin because they watched the Canelo versus Gennady Golovkin trilogy. And then they're going to be like, isn't that the Gennady Golovkin that had close fights with Canelo? He getting knocked out cold or TKO by this man? What's his name? Benavidez. Canelo need to fight Benavidez. He needs to fight Benavidez. That's what's going to happen with casual fans. That's what's going to end up happening. All of a sudden now it's not just a few people telling Canelo, or not a few people, the boxing world, the boxing community telling him. It's everyone. It's everyone. Benavidez. You know how casual fans always do. They always got to somehow figure out a way to mispronounce a boxer's name, right? It doesn't fail. Don Davis, I've been saying Canelo's next L will be his last. I don't think we'll see him fight Benavidez and Bivol, sadly, because of that. I don't care to see him fight Bivol. I think Bivol proved that he's better. Canelo does not have to prove to me or to people that he's better than every single person in the entire world, even though I think that's what he kind of wants to do. To me, it's like, Bivol's better. Move on. Fight Benavidez. We want to see who's better between you and Benavidez. That's the important thing for us. That's who we care about. So to me, if we don't get the Bivol fight, I'll be okay. If we don't get the Benavidez fight, I'll be super sad. I'll be super, super sad. And I don't want it to be next year. Do it in the year that's popping. 2023. Arguably one of the best years in modern boxing history. Do it in that year. So you could go down with all these fights remembered as part of the 2023 insaneness of matchmaking when it comes to professional boxing. Shame the crazy build for Manny versus Mayweather was better than the fight. It wasn't as bad as people said, in my opinion, but it wasn't anywhere near the hype. I thought the fight was going to be exactly the way it panned out. When I was watching that fight, I'm like, yep, this is what I thought was going to happen. I said before they was going to fight, Floyd Mayweather is going to outbox Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao is going to turn from the 100 punch per round guy to the punch shy guy because he's going to be constantly getting countered. He's going to be overthinking. Mayweather's going to take away all of his tools. He's going to take away his angling, using distance, and that's exactly what happened. So to me, I enjoyed the fight because people were going in there thinking this was going to be some back and forth brawl between Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. I'm like, no. This is going to be Manny Pacquiao having to figure out a way to get through the slick style and the cerebral approach that Floyd Mayweather takes. And if he doesn't do that, we're going to get the fight that we ended up getting. So to me, I enjoyed the fight because I went in there with the expectation that was the fight that I was going to see. People just went in there thinking like, finally Floyd's going to get dropped and all this stuff, and none of that stuff happened. None of that stuff happened. They thought it was going to happen because the Maidana fight gave them a little bit of hope. But, y'all see what Floyd did to Maidana in the second fight? Aren't in-ring / post-fight weights unverified? Yeah, technically. But that's when they weighed in on that day, and they gave that weigh-in. That's the weigh-in that Canelo gave to the television network or the pay-per-view network. That's the weigh-in that he gave them to Showtime. And that was the weigh-in that Floyd gave to Showtime. So, yeah, it's not technically verified. They do weigh themselves in the locker room as they're coming in or whatever before they start getting dressed. They do weigh themselves, or they weigh themselves in the morning. There's a point where they weigh themselves with a commission there, paying attention to it. But they don't need to make weight on the night of. They need to make weight on the night before, based off of the contract that they had. David should go up to 175. He should just let go of Canelo fight. At this point, Canelo's making clear he's not trying to fight David. It's sad. It's sad. I don't want to accept it. September's still there. Nothing is set in stone. He has not made a fight with Badou Jack. I'm hoping that he sees that he sees that it is not in his best interest to do that, and that he doesn't romanticize so much about being multi-divisional. He can't. It's not like he could break the record. It's not like he could break the record because it's already been it's been put too far away by Manny Pacquiao. Unless he's close to it, I don't think he is. It's been pushed. The goalpost has been pushed so far away by Manny Pacquiao. There's no point. If you're not gonna do it to be number one, why do it? You know what I'm saying? Just to say, oh, you had this many divisions, that's fine. But how about you go and fight Benavidez? That's what we want. That's what we want to see right now. That's what we want to see right now. You could fight Benavidez, and then in May, right after you beat Benavidez, fight Badou Jack for the cruiserweight title. That's it. It's that simple. If Benavidez ends up on top of the boxing world, you know people are going to say he ducked X, Y, and Z. Yeah, of course. Floyd Mayweather for years ducked De La Hoya and Sugar Shane Mosley, even though whenever Floyd was interviewed, he wanted the fight. Whenever Mosley and De La Hoya were interviewed, it wasn't the right time yet. But none of that matters, because you ask anyone now, and for the most part, they're going to say, yeah, he fought them when they were old. But he wanted to fight them younger. They just didn't want to fight him. What is it that he's supposed to do? Like, people think that he had this grip on boxing from the moment he entered the pros. He didn't. He only started getting that after he beat De La Hoya, after he beat Ricky Hatton, and then they realized he's a pay-per-view attraction. That's when he started getting the A-side control. But he ain't had that before, and he was trying to get these fights. But anyways, that's besides the point. Yes, my man Benavidez. Tom is also not on Canelo's side. He's on the downside of his career. Benavidez is going to get better fight him now before it's too late. I think so, man. I think so. I agree with that. I 100% agree with that. Bivol style is just Canelo's kryptonite. A master of the fundamentals who is light on his feet, pressured Canelo, but doesn't overcommit or fall for Canelo's bait. Also bigger and very durable. Yes, and that's the thing, is that I think in Canelo's mind, he thinks that he can easily go up in weight as long as the person is not a power puncher per se. He can deal with them and win. So he's more inclined to fight a Bivol than he is to fight a better BF. He's more inclined to do that, especially nowadays, right? Especially nowadays. Bare minimum, the narrative that he doesn't like slick fighters is, even if he's okay with power fighters, the narrative that he doesn't like slick fighters is completely false. Is 100% false. Because he fights slick fighters all the time. All the time. I kind of think Bivol's temperament is also Canelo's kryptonite. He just doesn't panic. Yeah. Way too composed, way too skilled, and way too durable. Yep. Now, 2023 is for sure the best year for modern boxing. What do you think about the heavyweight tournament they talking about having at the end of the year in Saudi Arabia? I think that's fire. I think that would be beautiful. Tyson Fury versus Usyk as the main, co-main, Joshua versus Wilder. The winner gets to fight each other. The losers fight each other. Are you serious? That would be like mind-blowing if that pulls through. If that pulls through, that would be a mind-blowing event. We'll have two major, mega, super fights happening on the same event. That'll be the most value ever from a pay-per-view card. The most value, bar none. Anyways, let me get to this last comment here. Bro, I used to be the biggest Mayweather hater. LOL. So much of that was based on false narratives. Yeah. At least in regards to boxing. Yeah. I trust me, man. There's so many debates I've had with people where they're like, yo, this happened, this. And I'm like, how did that happen? Look. And I will put the video on for them. I'll go on a YouTube video, be like, look, this never happened. You said that he didn't want to fight he didn't want to fight Kasazu. No, look, he wanted to fight Kasazu, and Kasazu didn't want to fight him. He wanted to fight Oscar at this age. Oscar didn't want him. Mosley didn't want him. There's a lot of false narratives out there about Floyd Mayweather that people still spew to this day, and people are disingenuous too. You'll tell them that, and they'll be like, "Oh, damn, all right, cool, I didn't know that," and then they'll go and tell the next guy, "Yo, you know he ducked Kasazu and Oscar De La Hoya." Is like, bro, I told you that he didn't. You know that. So now why are you still hanging on that? You still trying to say that same thing? Just say you don't like the man and you want some tools or some weapons to use to let other people know how bad he is, so they don't like him either. Anyways, I digress, right? I used to like Floyd a lot, so there was like I used to have so many debates when I was younger, when Floyd was doing his thing, and it was crazy. It was fun though. I loved it. I would throw fight parties and have debates during my fight parties before the fight started, and then just revel in the fact that Floyd would win the fight right after it was done. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and end it right here. Let me hit you guys with a let's get ready to rumble real quick. Because Michael Buffer the GOAT.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Can y'all hear that?
Let's get ready to rumble!
All right, guys. Thank you so much for coming. Next week, we won't be live because I will not be here. I'll be on vacation. But thank you for coming today, because if you didn't come today and you wasn't live with me today, he's going to miss a whole week of me being live. But the following week, we will be back Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Don't miss it. We're going to talk about the fights that are going to happen on Saturday. I'm not leaving on Saturday. I will be here on Saturday, so I'm watching it on Saturday. I can't wait. Sonny Edwards versus Campos. Josh Taylor versus Teofimo Lopez. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful fights. I think this is Sonny Edwards' the zone debut, so this is going to be awesome for him. Just going to have a blast with fights tomorrow. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We're going to recap all that stuff when I get back. But for now, we'll see you. Thank you for all the super chats. You guys went wild today. You guys made sure I was hitting all these buttons. Thank you so much for the super chats for today. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out. One.